Say say hello. Say hello to Puff. We're back again. Part two of your chiffon cake decorating lesson. So I've cut the chiffon cake out of the Angel Food pan. Take a bread knife, serrated knife, and we're gonna cut this into four layers now. Just eyeball it. Doesn't have to be perfect. You'll find out why, because we're cutting we're cutting it into four layers, and we're putting filling in each of the layer. Slide a knife underneath it so it comes out. So I got plastic on the stove. The stove's not hot, so that was one. So this should take about the same time as making the cake. I've got everything else all ready. I'll explain it to you in a minute again. So that's two. That's the last layer. So this again, coconut. It's a coconut chiffon cake. A little bit of vanilla in there too for flavor, enhancing the coconut flavor. So there's four layers. So now, show you. So now we got our cake here. So now I've got that coconut filling that I had for two. It's been in the fridge two or three hours. Anyway, it's pretty solid. So I've mixed it up. So now it's spreadable. So now we're gonna put coconut on each. It's just coconut, and that's it. I threw it in the blender and then added some cornstarch to it to thicken it up. So it's nice. It forms. It's nice and it's semi-solid right now. So we're gonna put four layers of that coconut filling. So I call this it's my version of a coconut cream pie. So there's one. So again, make sure you line up the layers so you know which layer goes next. This is number two. And again, more filling. So really easy to make. Let's just follow the steps. follow the video. It takes some practice, but you get a cake. So I'm in complete control of the sugar in the cake. So I just use the minimum amount of sugar, just enough to enhance the coconut flavor, which really wasn't much. In the cake itself, there's over 3/4 cup of sugar in there. In the filling, only about, I eyeballed it. I would say a half a cup, or maybe 3/4 cup. Yeah, good cooks. I mean, my mom taught me. You just put some in. But she actually doesn't. I make she won't make a chiffon cake anymore. She taught me how to make it, and she won't make it anymore because mine are so much better. So this is number three. So you can see, sorry, there we go. There's three, last layer. So these cakes end up to be, depending on what you put in it, anywhere from about five to about 10 pounds of cake. Mostly because it's not the cake. It's a couple pounds or of the filling. So I'm throwing in an extra layer on top too. So we'll have because I had some extra filling here. So we'll have a layer on top. All done with that. Now, I used for my practice cake the cheap Superstore brand of 35% milk fat, but for the actual cakes, I use this 52% milk fat cream. It's milk fat. It tastes about 100 times better than the cheap stuff. But $5 for that liter of cheap stuff, and $5 for 250 mils of the good stuff. So your choice. So I've whipped up the cheap stuff, add a little bit of sugar, add a little bit of vanilla. So now I'm just gonna ice the cake. So I've noticed. So yeah, about a liter, or about a liter and a little bit of the good stuff. So on the top, on the sides, and then I have some flaked coconut that I'm gonna sprinkle on top of the whole thing. And then you'll have your coconut cream cake. So really should be pretty darn close to a coconut cream pie. So the actual making time, I don't know, that other video was about 15 minutes. This video is going to be about 10 or 12 minutes. So I won't clean it up. Well, I'll use up all the whipped cream here. That liter, exactly a liter of whipped cream. So it provided about 3/8 of an inch, not a half inch, not a quarter, 3/8 of an inch, all the way around this little 9-inch cake. It's about, I think they're 9 inches in diameter. And like I say, healthy, not like the Safeway kind. You know, they're made with lots of sugar. Really, that's all it is. Lots of sugar. You can make again. You're in control of the sugar. I mean, eight egg yolks, 10 egg whites in the cake. You know, only 3/4 of a cup of sugar, and then just make it nice and smooth. And then I'm trying to make it look just like a fluffy meringue pie, or a meringue, or fluffy fluffy finish to it, so it looks a little more like a cream pie. And nothing wrong with cream. We need we need fat. We need fat is really an essential part of our energy mix for our bodies. I mean, we don't need a ton of it, but it is one of the components. Carbohydrates, fat, carbohydrates, stored carbohydrates, and actual fatty acids that go into, that are freed up when we're metabolizing. Yeah, so again, you could spend more time decorating it, but just for the sake of keeping the video short. So that's the cake. Then I've got some shredded coconut. So you could use shredded coconut, or I'm gonna use, well, I have to ask my friend if what she wants. I'll send her the video. Flaked, I mean untoasted, or toasted will look nicer. I wanted to use toasted, but I was told, my wife said, no, I don't like toasted. Anyway, so there we go. There's our coconut chiffon cake. Have a better look at it. I don't know if you can. There we go. So that's easy peasy chiffon cake, healthy for you, and you can do it. You got time. You're at home. Okay. We'll see you later.